What's going on, you little X-Force motherfuckers? All right. I want to put this video out because this is actually good. This is some good news. It's always been there. It's not breaking news. It's just the reality. It's finally sinking into the community. There are a lot of people that want XRP pricing to be in the 20, 30, 40, 50,000. I don't need that money. I don't need to get to that level. That's, hey, if it does, trust me, I'll be fucking happy. I'll be drinking almond milk, cutting pineapple, putting it on pizza saying, Jesus, forgive me. No, listen, whether XRP is ever going to get to those prices, it's one of these things where a lot of factors have to kick into play. I mean, for liquidity purposes, it was created to be based at 10,000. That's coming from their level. That's inside of Ripple when they were designing it. So that's on me. If this thing goes into the hundreds, I mean, for me, it's going to be several multi-millions of dollars. So for me, I'll be just fine with that. But you may say, Lou, why are you talking about pricing and coin or whatever? It's because it's finally becoming clear to everybody that XRP Ripple, Ripple, is not just a technology. It is a replacement. Hear me. Okay? It is a replacement for the big banks in moving money. So Citi, Morgan, HSBC, the Bank of America, Wells Fargo, like those big entities that create liquidity for money movement. So when Swift sends the messages out, who has liquidity back? They make that money. But guess what? Ripple with XRP, they not only move the money, taking on Swift, the messaging of the money, they also provide liquidity. What does that do? Their direct competitor to JP Morgan, Citi, HSBC, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Do you get me what I'm saying now? If you hold coin in XRP, Ripple, that means that you have the coin of the next major financial player. And I think it's very important for people to understand that. Ripple is not just a direct competitor to those entities. It is technically going to replace them because of the situation that they've been forced in, because obviously the government went after them, even New York State went after them. So they started building a network around the world, and developers started embracing them around the world, and governments and regulators started embracing them. So now this last little piece of taking on America is nothing. That's why the price in this is going to go sky high. Have you ever heard me say it's going to go to 20,000? You ever hear me say it's 10,000? I don't need that. This channel, I kind of show what I do. Then you could kind of base your, your feelings on what you're going to do after that. Do I see hundreds, upper hundreds? Yeah. Do I see within the next 5 years, thousands? Yeah, I do. But stages and stages, So my thing is, I just want to tell you this. Look, I'll play something here so people could hear. This is coming directly from the CEO of Ripple. So I'm glad this clip came out because I've always known this, but it's one thing when you get a clip where the CEO actually says it. So 2 seconds now. Let me just Let me just get it now. Okay. And let me see here. Okay.
Liquidity banks.
Let me start it from the beginning.
Liquidity banks. Messages to banks that have liquidity. So to some degree, Citibank and HSBC, really the top two, JPM, those are the top three liquidity banks. And when you're sending SWIFT messages, you're sending messages to banks to release liquidity and making sure the debits and credits match. So to some degree, really boil it down, Ripple's competing with the liquidity of Citi and the messaging of SWIFT, but in one, because we're both messaging and liquidity.
Okay. You heard that little piece there. They're both messaging and liquidity. So technically speaking, they can replace Swift because they can message the money moving back and forth seeking liquidity. And by the way, we got liquidity too. So what does that do for the major banks that provide the liquidity? You understand? There's two sectors going on. We're not even talking about the tokenization of assets and everything else. Forget about smart contracts. Right now, just this. Do you understand what this is? Ripple will be like the Amazon of the financial liquidity movement, cash settlement, everything. That's why they're going after it. That's why they're trying to stop this company. There you go.